Well, good morning, Smoky Mountain Dogs family. What is happening? Welcome back. Today I am in the workshop again. It's been a long time since I've been in this workshop. Today I'm going to start a special project. We are going to build a portable concession sink cabinet. It's going to hold your standard 3 sinks, wash, rinse, sanitize, and I'm gonna have a hand wash sink at the end. It's gonna be a portable on casters. You can roll it around. Frequently seen in some outdoor food vendors with tents and whatnot. I'm gonna build it where it meets all of the health department requirements. And this is probably gonna be one of maybe 2, hopefully just 2 episodes. First one here, I'm gonna get the cabinet all built, show you how to do that, and then we're going to go into filling the cabinet with the sinks and hot water heater, water pump, plumbing systems, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to start out with, I just went to the big box store down to Lowe's, and I bought a 4x8 sheet of 5/8 plywood. And I looked and I wanted to get something with really smooth, almost finished. I think I paid $35 for the sheet of plywood, and I had them cut it at the store for me in 4 slices. So what I have is I have a 24-inch by 48-inch piece of plywood. And I got 4 of those because I cut a 8-foot piece of plywood. And I got a bunch of 2x4s. 2x4s, I don't know, they range anywhere from $3 to $5, depending on where you go to buy them. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut some 2x4s and we're going to start this build project. So thanks for sticking with me. Let's get started. I'll let you folks know too, we've had some pretty wild weather here in Tennessee. It's been I don't know, anywhere from the single digits, 30s, 20s, 40s, lots of snow, lots of rain, a little bit more snow, a little bit more rain. It's been a weird winter. Have you folks experienced a weird winter? I know my folks in Florida haven't experienced a weird winter because they always have a couple of days of cold weather and then back into the 90s. I'm just kidding. All right, let's put this box together. What I did was, after I got the plywood cut in 4 pieces, I looked for the smoothest piece that I could find on the top, because this is going to be my countertop. So I want it to be nice and smooth, and I'm going to sand it and I'm going to paint it. It can't be porous. It's got to be completely sealed. It's got to be cleanable. It's got to be scrubbable. So I found the smoothest piece of the wood that I could find, and I'm building a top right now. So what I did was I cut my 2x4s just like this, and I am going to screw these together, flip that over. That's going to be my top. I'm going to run my legs down each corner, and I'm going to build another one of these for the bottom. And I don't know how high I'm going to make it yet, so stay tuned on that. 40 inches, 35, 38. I may go upstairs and measure my kitchen or measure my food truck. I don't know. But anyway, let's get these things screwed together. Like butter. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make the square. I'll be back to you. Okay, so I searched the interweb. Not really. What I did was, this is pretty comfy. Like this. This is 36 inches tall right here. So I'm gonna make it 36 inches tall. So I'm gonna cut the legs. The casters, I have to measure for the casters. These lockable casters are about 4 inches. So it'll be 36, close to 36 when I'm done. By the way, these lockable casters, pretty heavy duty. $5, Harbor Freight, times 4, one for each corner. Let's cut out some legs. I got to measure for that first. I'm cutting them 33. I don't know, you know how it is. You measure once and then you cut twice. So I'll cut them and we'll see what happens. Okay, I got all my legs cut. I cut these all at 33, and I've got 8 of them cut. And all I'm simply doing is making an L for each corner. That's going to sit just like this underneath the shelf here, and then the bottom's going to go on. But what I'm doing is, as I'm going, is I'm taking a little bit of wood filler, because I know like this hole right here is going to be exposed when I paint it. So I'm just going to fill it, and that way I can just sand it. And these holes here, they'll be up underneath the corner, so you won't see them. But this one you will. So that's one leg down. I'll show you how I'm doing them. I'm just taking 2 of my 33 pieces, put them together like so. And you know, wood's not the best you get at the big box stores these days, but I've got to strategically place that where hopefully it won't be seen. So I'm just putting them just like this, and taking 3-inch grabber, and I'm just putting them in, making sure the end's nice and flush. And I'm just putting 3 of them in per leg. It's not like there's going to be a whole lot of stress on these legs. And then stick one here in the middle. The middle one is, like I said, is the one that's going to be exposed. So I'll just take a little bit of this putty, this wood filler, and I'll fill in the hole. And hopefully by the time I get all this done, the wood filler will be nice and dry. So I got 2 legs done. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other 2 legs, and then we'll put it together. I've got the bottom already built. I got the top and I got the bottom. I'm just taking my palm sander and I'm just rounding off the corners, smoothing it out just a little bit. Even though it is the bottom, you're never gonna see it. I just wanna get rid of the sharp corners and whatnot. So I'm gonna do a little bit of sanding on it. All right. All right, and I am going to be painting this too, so let me go ahead and finish up this, getting the splinter out of my finger. Proper PPE is important. I'm going to go ahead and finish sanding this up, and I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Even though I'm going to paint it, I went ahead and put some wood filler in some of the screw holes on the tops and the sides and everything. And then I'll give those screw holes another quick sanding. Like I said, I am going to paint it with a scrubbable enamel semi-gloss latex. This will be kept inside unless it's being used, and it'll be rolled outside under a canopy. Okay, my top is all completed. Now I'm going to build one more of these. It's going to be the bottom, and then we're going to put them together. I'm probably going to do a little wood filler in here because this is my top. I'm going to sand it down real nice, sand the corners down. So you know what? Nah, I'll go ahead and build the bottom. All right, what I did here was I just flipped the top upside down is all I did. And the legs are just sitting in here. I haven't secured them yet. I wanted to make the opening as much as I could in the front and the back. So if you notice, these have got a long side and a short side, the way I put the 2x4s on here. So I'm gonna set them in such a way to where my long ends are on the sides. So this gives me more room to get inside the cabinet. Once I put my door or whatever I want to put on the front and the back and sides, I can get into it and I can move around in there. These are quite long screws. And I'll wood fill this one too, and this one, and then I'll sand them pretty good. But for now, I'm just going to do this part because I want to set the bottom on up top here before I completely screw it in. So let me go ahead and finish these 4 legs, and then I'll put the bottom on, and then I'll bring you back. This is the bottom. This is the top. I only got 1 screw in the legs for now because I wanted to make sure I could wiggle them around a little bit and get them in here. So now I'm going to go ahead and screw this together really well. And then I'm going to finish filling my holes with wood putty. And then I'm going to give her a sand. I'm going to set the caster on and see if my measurements came out right. Let's do that now. Got it all screwed together, got it all wood filled. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a little bit of sanding on it. And then I think I'm going to paint it before I put the casters on. So I'm going to clean up the garage a little bit here, get everything cleaned up, and get my paint supplies out. And we're going to slap a first coat of paint on the bottom, and then I'll flip it over. I don't know if I'm going to paint this side. I don't know. I probably won't paint the very bottom. You won't be able to see the very bottom. No, I'm going to paint the bottom because I need to protect the bottom. I'm glad y'all told me that. So yeah, we're going to paint. We're going to paint. Let me go get the paint supplies. You're never going to guess what color I'm going to paint it. But I'll show you in just a minute. Well, I know everybody knows how to paint. This was supposed to be indigo blue. And I think the boss might be right. It might be more purple than blue. So I don't know. Maybe. Well, since everybody knows how to paint, I'm going to go ahead and knock this thing out, and then I'm going to bring you back and show you the finished product. So I hate painting, but I'm going to suck it up and paint. So I'll bring you back when it's all done, and we'll see if it's, I don't know, if it's purple, which I think it's going to be almost purple. But okay, we'll look at it later. It has been a day. It has been a day, but I got it done right here. Boom. Got it all painted. Got it all sanded pretty nice. I might probably put another second coat on the top, but there she is in all her glory. So next episode, we're gonna put our sinks in this thing. Be 3 regular sinks for wash, rinse, sanitize, and then we're gonna put a hand wash sink on the end there, and then we're gonna load it up. I got a hot water heater coming. I got a water pump coming. We got some plumbing work to do, and yeah, we're gonna do all that stuff. So I hope this helped you. I mean, less than $100, you've got a sink cabinet, and you can use this for any outdoor mobile food business you might have. Less than $100 so far. I'm gonna put some more in it, but I was shopping on the interweb, and these things complete are like anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500, and they're like cheap plastic, and the sinks are really tiny. It's just I don't know. So if I could do this, anybody can do this. Just some wood. And I'm not a carpenter. I'm definitely not a painter. And by the way, it did come out blue. Looks really good. Really good. Well, thanks for sticking with me. Hope to see you on the next episode. We can get this thing done. So until next time, Smoky Mountain Dogs out.